Can you all hear me now? Awilda, can you hear me? Carol Ann, I saw your thumbs up.
Yes,
Okay.
I can hear you now, Stacy.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
I wasn't talking before.
Oh,
Okay. All right. Just wanted to make sure the sound is on and good for everybody.
Thank you.
Sure. And then Max, once we get started, will you make sure that everybody is muted except me? Okay, great. Great. Look at that, we're up to 38 people. What a wonderful group we have this morning for this wonderful Tuesday. All right, I'm going to go ahead and share my slides. Oh, that was sweet, Awilda. I love all you guys too.
Come on, let's get this together here. What's happening? The loading.
Yes, it's a little bit slow.
More than slow.
Here we go. All right, so we are on Tuesday morning for this morning's morning fitness. Welcome everyone. Today's class is called Let's Get Moving. It is described as a gentle cardio workout. Let's get started with movement today. I'm your guide. My name is Stacy and I am from the Keystone State of Pennsylvania. I have a master's degree in counseling psychology. I've been using that in the school system for well over 20 years and then recently retired and have a very small private counseling practice. But I have been teaching fitness since the mid-1980s and it continues to be an important part of my life, whether I'm working in a fitness center or just working with individuals privately as a trainer. I do really enjoy connecting with you guys and all other adults who are interested in improving their health and fitness and overall wellness. And I like to make it fun for you. So I do hope that I make my classes fun. And just so you know, if you don't already, especially for those of you who are new, Get Set Up is an educational platform that helps you learn useful skills from people just like yourself so that you're able to do wonderful things, maintain your independence as you age in your homes. And we do learn from each other. So ideally, we can see you because you've allowed your cameras to be on. I love nothing more than looking out from where I'm teaching and seeing people's arms and hands and legs and heads moving while I'm teaching. I really love that. It's great feedback for me. And if you're joining by the live stream from our website, we welcome you and we're so glad you're here joining us this morning. But do remember, the best way to join and participate fully is to actually register for a class and join the Get Set Up program. Get Set Up is not paid to promote any specific products or services that I might talk about, show, or demonstrate during my classes. Be sure to check with your doctor. It's always recommended to check with your doctor prior to starting any new exercise program, especially if you have any health conditions, or if you take any medications, or if you are recovering from any injuries. And also, if your doctor has given you some recommendations or restrictions regarding exercise intensity or range of motion, please be sure to follow your doctor's recommendations, not, again, anything that I show or demonstrate during class. And here we are back to our group. I've unshared the slides. Looks like everyone is muted. Remember, please, that during class, If you use the chat feature, I cannot reach the chat. I can't read it from the distance, but Max is here from the Get Set Up support team, and he will answer your questions or forward messages to me. And also after class, I get a complete transcript of your chat. So I will read anything that you post in the chat. It just won't be in real time while I'm teaching. I'm making myself spotlight right now so that you all can see me as I teach. And I'm going to go ahead and get started. And remember, we are live and we are recording. So here we are today. We're going to start with our home base, which is walking or marching in place. And we do that just to get ourselves moving, just to kind of wake up our body. We're going to start at this low, comfortable level. And feel free to stay here if this level works for you today. If you want to challenge yourself, I will be offering some modifications to make our movements either more challenging or less challenging. So let's just take an easy side to side. Take a gentle knee bend as you move from the right to the left. And I'm just swinging my arms right here and keeping them low. Actually, they are waist level or lower as I get started this morning. Remember to keep your diaphragm tall and lifted. You're going to feel like you have a little bit of space between your lower ribs and your hip bones. If you can feel that you have space there, that's your core area and you're keeping it braced during our workout. And then remember just to breathe. Let's go back to our march again. Breathe at a normal rate and rhythm during the workout. When we do cardio, I use a perceived exertion scale for you to determine whether you are working out hard enough or too hard. So a perceived exertion scale is how hard you feel that you're working out on a scale of 1 being sitting down reading a book to 10 being you can barely catch your breath. I'd like you to stay right between 4 and 7. If you're new to working out, you're just coming back after a year off, stay around 4 and 5. But if you're ready to challenge yourself a little bit more, you want to imagine that you are working at about 70% or that number 7 on the scale from 1 to 10. Let's swing right and left again. Remember to take the exercises this morning at your own pace. So if you want to move a little bit faster already, pick it up. If you want to keep it low, right here and gentle, you are free to do that. Work out at your own pace. We're going to reach across now for those of you who are ready for a little bit of a bigger action. And reach. Remember to stay lifted. Relax your shoulders. And let's reach overhead. Now my knees are slightly bent. And let's go take it back to our march right here. Right, left, or left, right. March right here. Let's take our feet wide. And bring your feet in together. Notice I'm moving my arms just a little bit more energetically as we begin to pick up the pace. And take it wide. You can even hold your arms out here and not move them and get some higher energy level. Bring it back in together. And apart for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 feet together right here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Out for 4 and 3, 2, and 1. In for 4, 3, 2, 1. Open 4, 3, 2, 1, and in 4, 3, 2, 1. Out for 2 and in for 2. Takes a little more thinking. Open nice and wide right here and in for 2. 1, 2, and in 1, 2. Wide for 2 and in for 2. And in for 2. Wide for 2. And in for 2. Stretch side to side right here. Arms starting low. And reach across, making it a little bit bigger. Arms are about shoulder height at this point. And now we're going to take that reach up overhead. And let's take our march. And I want you to do a heel dig right here. That's just a heel tap in front. So my toes are lifted up toward the ceiling and I'm stretching my heel out. I call it a heel dig. Slight bend to the foundation leg or supporting leg. And let's reach with the opposite arm. Opposite arm goes forward. And now we're going to do a big diagonal reach. Big arms. Remember to keep it at your own pace. You can always keep the arms at the lower level and you can take the exercises more slowly. Let's go back to our march in place. And let's take it wide. And hold right here. Reach up and down. Reach up and down. Now we're not bending our knees. This is just an arm movement to start. Up and down. Reach. Now let's add a very slight knee bend if your knees are comfortable with that. My feet are at 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock, so my toes are slightly pointed to the corner. And I'm reaching and just a very gentle bend to the knee as I go down with my arms right here. Up overhead and down. Up and down. And let's hold it right here. Just hold with a slight bend to the knee. And if that's not comfortable for you, you don't need to bend your knees. You can just stand right here. We're going to do just a little bit of stretching now that we're warmed up. So let's take our chin directly over the right shoulder, keeping the rest of the body facing forward. Remember, soft break to the knee if you want to. Face forward and let's take it to the other side, right here. Forward, let's take the ear to the shoulder now. Remember to keep your diaphragm lifted. Feel that space right here. And ear to the other shoulder right here, and you're facing forward. And now let's take one arm up and over, stretching to the side, again with a soft break in the knees, or remain fully extended if that's comfortable for you. And let's take that to the other side. and release. Let's go back to our marching. And we're going to take some heel digs like we did before. Very gently, reaching the heel in front, toes are lifted. Just a few of these, and then we're going to hold. So let's take it right here and hold this foot forward. I'm going to move back slightly so you can see my foot is lifted. I have my foundation knee bent slightly, and I'm going to just press my toes down and lift, down and lift, down and lift, forward and lift. 4 more, and 3, 2 more, and last one, and hold. Hold that lift, pulling those toes back upright as hard as you can within your comfort zone. Hold it right there and release. Good. Let's switch legs. So we have the other leg forward now with the toes lifted, heels digging in. And let's take those toes down and up. So touch the floor and lift, down and up. And we're doing 8 of these all together. That was number 3. 4 more right here. And 3, 2 more. Last one, and hold, hold, hold those toes up. Hold them and release. Let's take a march in place. I hope you have your water with you this morning. I'm going to need a little bit of a drink because I've been talking and it's dry in here. Let's take march in place, and we're going to take 2 steps to the side. So that's step, step, 2 steps, side, 2 steps, side. It's like step together, and we're just going to chug our arms, pushing forward. You can add a little hip movement into this if you're comfortable with that. One more time. This is to the right and then to the left. And then we're going to march in place right here. And we're going to take our marches 4 steps forward and 4 to the back. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and back it up for 4. Forward and back. Forward and back. Now we're going to add some arms. So as we go forward, we're going to press up overhead. As we back it up, we're going to press low. So it's up here and back right here. Up and back. Forward and back. Forward. And now we're going to do 2 steps to the side. Right here. 2 steps. 2 to the side. 2 to the side. And march in place. Lost my sock. March in place right here. We're going to add knee in 3. So that's 1, 2, 3, and hold. 1, 2, 3, and hold. Now you can modify this by not lifting your foot off the floor and just doing a toe tap in time to how we're doing knees in 3. So tap, 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 and hold. Tap, 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 and hold. Tap, 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 and hold, or knee lift, whichever works for you. And we just hold that 3rd lift for 1 count. Gives us a little tiny opportunity to balance. We do quite a bit of these on the Friday balance class, but I like to add them in here. This is called, again, knees in 3, but feel free to make it a toe tap if that works for you. One more time, right and left, and then we're going to walk forward and back, or march. So forward and back it up with hands down. Forward and back it up right here. Forward and back. Forward and back. 4 more sets. Front and back. Woo! Forward and back. Are you with me this morning? 2 more. And back. Last one. Back. 2 steps to the side. 2 steps to the side. 2 steps to the side. Last time, right and left. And knees in 3. 1, 2, 3, and hold. 1, 2, 3, and hold. 1, 2, 3, and hold. I'm doing a very gentle elbow toward the knee with my arms on this. You can keep your arms down here, or you can lift them up high. 3 and hold. 1, I'm kind of right in the middle for you. Take it harder or easier. 1, 2, 3, and hold. 1, 2, 3, and hold. One more time, right and left. And we're going to do our heel digs with big diagonal arms. And here we go. Right here. One more time, right and left, and march in place, and take it forward and back, reaching up, and back, and forward, and back, forward, and back, forward, and back. 4 more, forward and back, up and back. And here's the last one. And back. 2 steps, right and left. Right here. You probably noticed we're doing about 8 sets of each one. I try to keep count in my head, but sometimes when I'm talking, I lose that count. So I try to give you the prompts before we change. So I hope nobody's really counting and grading me on that. Right and left. And one more time, right and left. And then knees in 3. 1, 2, 3, and hold. 1, 2, 3, and hold. Find your comfortable spot for your arms. One, 2, 3, and hold. We're going to do 2 more, right and left. Here's the last set. Right side and left side. And great big diagonal heel digs. As big as you want to do it, take up space in your workout area this morning. Four more, and 3, 2 more, last one. Let's march in place. Get your idea of how hard you're working out and grab some water. Having trouble with my socks this morning. And let's march in place. And we're going to take a grapevine to the side. So it's step, cross, step, touch. Remember, you can find your own pace, but this is a gentle, kind of like a home base movement, just like our marching in place. And now we're going to add some hamstring curls right here. Remember that when we do hamstring curls, we bend the lower, bend the knee, bringing the lower leg up and back, heel toward your booty. Right there. So I'm keeping my knees facing down toward the floor and just bending the lower leg right up behind me. And you, again, do this gentle without much of a lift. And the swaying side to side gives you a little bit of momentum, helping you to keep your balance. And remember, if I didn't mention it before, although this class is designed to be not done necessarily with a chair, you can always have a chair or a counter or even the wall if you feel like you need a little bit of extra support for your balance. And let's go back to marching right here. And I want you to take your arms up in goal post position with our march. And we're going to bring them together and open, together and open, together and open, in and out. So we're bringing the elbows and the forearms in together while we keep marching. Two more, and then we're going to go back to our grapevine. And we're going to add rainbow arms. So rainbow arms are just both arms up overhead, as if you are drawing a rainbow in your room. Swinging side to side, overhead in a big arc. And with a grapevine, this is an exercise that you can take as big and with as much energy as you're comfortable with, or you can take it small and just keep it right here. Does take more energy to take up space in your room. Here we are, just like this with our grapevine. We're going to do one more right and left here, and then we're going to do our hamstring curls, and we're going to add arms pulling back. You turn here a little bit to the side, so you can see my arms are in front, and then I'm just pulling them open to the side.
It's more than online classes. It's live learning for older adults. And right now, classes are free.
And 4 more, 3 more, and 2. Last one, right and left, and march in place right here. Arms up in front, and let's do a swing down and back, alternating arms. Down and back. And we're going to move on to a V step. So a V step is stepping forward, right foot, forward, left foot, back right, back left. as if you have just drawn a V on the floor, with the point being right here where you're standing and the top of the letter being right here. So feel what that's like. We're going right side, and then later we'll do left side. So it's right, left, left. It's a big step forward for the top of that V and back together. And we're gonna add arms that mimic the legs. So up, up, down, down. Simple and easy, same arm as leg. And begin to pick up the pace when you feel comfortable with this exercise. Or remember to modify, keep the arms in closer to the body, right here. Up, up, down, down, V-step, right. V-step, 4 more, and 3, yes, 2 more. Here's the last one, and we're going back to that grapevine with rainbow arms. Remember to keep your diaphragm lifted, shoulders relaxed, even though your arms are up overhead. You want to not hunch your shoulders. Just have it a gentle reach with your arms. Or if you're more comfortable, do it right here in front. Or just keep your arms down low. Remember, this is your workout. Well, we've done a lot of these, haven't we? And march in place. And we're going to do our hamstring curls right here, pulling the arms back. This is a middle of the right here, moderate level for this exercise. We can do this with arms up overhead, pulling down as we lift the lower leg each time. That's right. Hamstring curls, big arms, lower arms. And even lower arms. And then we're going to take this to our march in place. And we're going to press up overhead and down to the side. Up overhead, down to the side. This is a slightly diagonal move as I'm pressing up overhead to the right and down to the left. Up and down. Up and down. Keep it smaller if you want to. Right here. And V-step. And we're doing the V-step to the right again. Up, up, back, back. Right arms. Arms same as legs. So up, up, back, and down. Up, up, back, and down. March in place, and let's try that V-step to the other side. So if you were starting with the right leg, let's start with the left now. Up, up, back, back. Does that feel different to you? One side always feels a little different to me. Up, up, and back. And add those arms when you're ready. That's me banging into the wall. I'm a little close here so that I can get my whole body in the camera. Up, up, back, and down. Up, up, back, and down. Up, up, back, and down. And then we're going to go back to our marching that we were doing right here. And we're going to do those overhead diagonal reaches to the opposite side. So if you were up to the right, now you're up to the left. Up and down on the other side. Up, press, and down, press. Up for 2, back, down. Up, back, up and down. Up and down. up and down. Here's the last one right here. Coming up, march in place, and then take your grapevine with rainbow arms. Right and left. Two more. And here's the last one, right and left. And hamstring curls. Overhead arms if you want. Shoulder level arms if that's comfortable for you. Lower arms. Lots of options here. My goal is to make this a gentle cardio session accessible to everyone. And we're going to do our march in place. And now we're going to do arms up and down and then alternate sides. So up right, down left, down right, up, and down. Now we're using our brain a little bit as we exercise, as you think about what side are you going to, right? It's always fun to give yourselves a little bit of a mental challenge while you're working out. And I have more. I like to work the brain. I think it's very important. Up and down, up. Let's do one more set. Up right here, down to the side, other side up and down and march, march. And our V step. Can we alternate the V step, right and left? Let's try that without arms. So up, back, and switch legs. Up, back. So right and left. All right, I think we got it. And up, right, and left, right, and left. Let's do two more, right and left. Last set, right and left. All right, march right here. Woo, we got through all of that. Let's do some step side squats. So that looks like this if you're not bending your knees. So it's just a step to the side and step together, legs apart, legs together. If you want to add a squat, a very gentle bend to the knees, keep your toes facing forward and your knees over the toes. Do your best as you step side to center your weight for that minute, for that little moment of that squat exercise. You want to be sure that you're feeling it in both of your hips. So you're bending your knees. If you're taking that bend, you're bending them both at about the same depth, right? Right here, right here, right here, right here. Let's just do one more set, right and left. And then we're going to do our mambo. We haven't done that today yet. That's step front and step back, forward and back. Now that's the mambo part, stepping forward and back.
Welcome to Get Set Up.
To switch legs,
There are no
we
wrong
add
answers,
the
only good
cha-cha in
questions.
between. So we
here
step
to help
forward
Welcome
and back,
to Get Set Up.
cha-cha-cha.
It's more than
forward
online
and
classes.
back,
It's
switch,
live learning
forward
for older
and
adults.
back,
You're
switch,
asking questions,
forward
engaging
and back,
directly with your
switch.
guide.
You
I
don't
think I
even
made a
really have to
mistake.
pick
It's a
up your
safe place to
feet.
explore,
It's more
make
of just
mistakes,
a
and have
shifting
fun.
of your
All
hips.
from the comfort of your home with hundreds
Forward,
of topics to choose from.
cha-cha-cha,
And
step
right now,
front,
classes are
cha-cha-cha,
free.
mambo,
Just go to
cha-cha.
getsetup.org
Right here,
/free.
forward and back. You can do a crossover, take up more space. or you can just stay right here, barely moving your feet. And let's take our squats to the side or step side and step together. So open and together, open, together. I'm not doing much with my hands because I want to focus on my core and my balance as I do this. So my hands are just right here in front of me. Keep a very soft bend to the knees or none at all. If your knees aren't ready for bending this morning, that's perfectly okay. I want you to feel safe and not be injured during my classes or come away with any serious aches and pains. A little bit of muscle discomfort is normal, but not joint pain, and there is a difference. So you know your body, you know what it can handle. You know when you're ready to challenge yourself just a little bit and take it to the next level, right? You know. And let's do our mambo and cha-cha. Right and left and right and left. Right and left. Right and left and right and left and right and left. Step side squat right here, right here. Four more, right and left. And 3. 2 more. And here's the last set. And march in place. Let's take those arms up in front while you're marching. And we're gonna just open to the side and bring the arms in. Open to the side and bring the arms in. And I want you to keep your palms lifted, palms facing the ceiling. Open side and bring those arms in. Open side, arms in. Open side, arms in. Open side, arms in. Open side and hold right here. And we're gonna do like a little rotation. So palms are up, turn forward so that the top of your hand is now facing the floor and your palms are up, but your arms are rotated. So up, turn, up right here. Turn them over. Keep your chest lifted. You're breathing with me at a normal rate and rhythm, and we're beginning to bring our cardio effort down to a lower level. So if you were working out at a 6 or a 7 perceived exertion rate, let's bring it down now to a 5 or 6. And relax, mambo cha-cha. And we're taking it a little bit slower than we were at first. Forward, here. And I'm not doing much with my arms, really trying to bring down that pace. Bring down the heart rate if you had it up a little bit. Forward. One more time, right and left. Left and step side and step together. Slight bend to the knees if you're comfortable with that. Right here. And I'm slowing it down. So my step open is like a step and hold. Bring it back together. Open, back together. And now I want you to do step front and hold like you're doing a Just a very gentle lunge, right and left. Step forward, back together. No need to bend the knees if your knees aren't comfortable with that this morning. Gentle, soft break to the knees for those of you who are feeling like your knees can handle a gentle bend. And we're keeping that range of motion very, very small. Right here. Keeping my arms low. One more time to the right and left, and then we're going to march. And let's march right here. Let's take the arms forward now with the palms up, as if you are accepting a cup of sugar, and then dump it out. So we're doing a little bit of a rotation. Accept that cup of sugar and dump it out right here. And dump right here. Palms up, palms down. Palms up, palms down. Palms up, palms down. Up and down. One more. Palms up, palms down. Hold it right here and sweep it away. So a very gentle brushing motion of your hands and arms, brushing it away to the side as if you dumped out that sugar and now you're just going to brush it away. Sweep it away to the outside. Let's do 4 more. And 3. 2 more. Last one. Heels in front for those gentle heel digs right here. Very easy and gentle. Right here. Toes up, heels down. And we're going to take one forward and we're going to hold it with those toes up. Remember, like we did in the beginning, but we did taps and then we held. Right now, I just want you to hold, hold, hold. 4 counts more and 3 with the hold, toes up, 2 and 1, release, other side. So we're stretching out our calf muscles, which is a lot of what we use when we do a cardio workout with a lot of marching. We did Mambo Cha-Cha, we did Grapevine, we did stepping, all sorts of things, and we really do use our calf muscles. So it's important that we stretch them at the end of our very gentle cardio workout.
Make mistakes and have fun.
Right, and
all
let's
from the
march,
comfort of your home.
and we're going to
with
take our
hundreds
feet
of topics
apart
to choose from. And right now, classes are
and
free.
hold right
Just go to
here.
getsetup.org
And if you're
/free.
able to take a gentle bend to the knees and hold while we reach side, up, and over, use this hand to support your upper body in this very gentle stretch. You're feeling that from your armpit to your hips along this side of your body. Release, stretch. Let's take it to the other side. Reach up overhead. And release, stretch right here. Bring your feet in together where they're in a comfortable position and take your hands, interlace your fingers and press your palms forward, giving a nice stretch through your hands and up your arms. And if you're able to take it in the other direction with the back of your hands forward, reach in front, feel that stretch. Stretch along the top of the hands and into the wrist and forearms. And now I want you to just lift your palms as if you are saying stop. And then I want you to tilt and take the pinky down and tilt the other way so that the thumb is down. Tilt with the pinky, tilt with the thumb. Tilt with the pinky and thumb. One more time, excuse me. Tilt with the pinky and down with the thumb and relax. Give yourselves a big hug, crossing one arm over, reaching around toward your back. Hold on to your shoulders or your upper arms wherever you are able and feel that stretch. release, and let's cross the other arm over top and stretch again in this direction. And release. Stay with me, if you will, while we do a very gentle breathing exercise. And since we are standing for our exercise today, I'm not going to have you close your eyes or even suggest it. I need a little water. So we're just standing here, and I'd like you to find a gazing spot in front of you on the wall,
Welcome
or
to
the
Get Set
floor,
Up.
something like a clock,
Welcome
a
to Get
painting,
Set
a
Up.
photograph,
It's more than
some
online
other
classes.
object that
It's
you can
live
just
learning for older
focus
adults.
your gaze
You're asking questions,
I think I
while you
made a
bring your
mistake.
attention
engaging
to your
directly with your
breathing.
guide. And right now, classes are free.
So you're bringing your attention into your breath, noticing that normal rate and rhythm as you are coming down from the cardio workout that we just did, and your breathing is returning to normal. And be aware of how you fill your lungs as you take in an inhale from the bottom to the top. And as you exhale, you release that air from the top to the bottom. And just be aware of that, the miracle of breathing. It happens without us even thinking about it. Now, you can control it if you want to slow your breathing. It is one of the things that your body does naturally that you're able to control if you feel the need to do that, like if you have anxiety. And when you begin to feel anxious and your heart is racing, you'll also notice that your breathing has become more rapid and often more shallow. And if that happens, you can do this exercise just like what we're doing now and bring your focus into your breathing and consciously make an effort to take your inhale more slowly and deep and exhale slowly and deep. And as you do that, the amazing thing is, as you slow your breathing, your heart rate will automatically slow down with it. That's one of the wonderful miracles of biology. So that's one of the reasons why I always like to remind people at the end of my classes to bring your awareness to your breath, because it is something that you can control if you need to. But today, I just want you to feel the joy of having finished this exercise with me this morning. You woke up, 38 of you woke up, logged in to Get Set Up, and exercised with me today in this marvelous community where we join together and we cheer each other on and we congratulate one another for our success today. So I'm so glad that you're here with me, and it's a beautiful, joyful day. I'm feeling happy. Exercise always puts me in a great mood, and I hope it does for you too. So thank you again for joining me today, and I'm going to come up, approach the screen, and I'm going to share my thank you slides for the end of my program.
Thank you, Stacy.
Sure, you're very welcome.
Thank you,
So
Stacy.
here we are. Thank you. Remember that you can share your experience with the exercise classes on social media if that's something that you do. Use the hashtag #GetSetUp or use the @ @GetSetUp. And if you don't use social media, maybe you would like to just reach out to Liz to provide some feedback. And if you're looking for some other classes with movement, there's an Ageless Grace class, exercises for the body and mind. That's a lot of fun. It's kind of like chair dancing to music. And there's line dancing classes that you can take that'll also get you up and on your feet and doing some movement. And my next class tomorrow morning is seated strength training. And for that class, we use weights. We use light weights, and I take you through an upper body focused workout. We do just a little bit of hip and leg work, but as we are seated, that's a little bit challenging. Thursday morning's class is combo training, and that is a circuit training format. We do a little bit of cardio and a little bit of strength training. And then on Friday, we focus on balance and flexibility. We use the chair for support, and we do a little bit of cardio, a little bit of stretching, but mainly we are doing exercises that allow us to challenge our balance. Be on the lookout for the email that you'll receive from Get Set Up. The email will contain some key takeaways, as well as highlight some other classes that you might be interested in. And there will be a link to allow you to provide some feedback. Be sure to spread the word about learning with Get Set Up. Host an interest group if you have something that you are passionate about and you'd like to share, and you think other people would like to hear about it and chat about it. Let us know, and we will help you set that up. And likewise, suggest a different class that you might like to see on Get Set Up. And know that we partner with assisted care, senior living, government, and community organizations. And you can request a session recording by emailing help@getsetup.io. And for more information about the website, look for Marv's class called Tips and Tricks to Navigating Get Set Up's New Look. So again, I thank you very much for joining me today. I'm over here at my computer, which is a little bit lower than the camera. Everybody have a great day.
Hi, Stacy. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.